Hello friends and welcome back to Experts Cafe. If you're planning to give IELTS exam or if you have already given it but still confused as to how to clear this test, then this is the video for you. In this video, we'll go through 5 steps which will help you clear IELTS test. So let's not waste any more time and get started. Welcome back friends. So in this video we'll see what are the 5 steps that will help you clear IELTS test. So I'm preparing this video mainly for the students who are appearing for IELTS test for the first time and for the students who are appearing it for more than one time. Okay, so you will have this question in mind: why students appear for IELTS test again and again and still they are unable to clear? The main reason behind that is they are missing one very important element. What is that? Planning. They don't plan their IELTS test. So if I ask you now, what's your plan if you have already booked your exam, or if you're going to book, or you're just planning to appear for IELTS test, what's the plan that you have in your mind? So 90% of you will not have any plan in your with you. So that's the main problem. You need to have a proper plan even for IELTS test. We plan for everything. If you have to go out for a movie, what you do? You plan out. We'll check whether tickets are available, whether your friends are available, and then you book the tickets. Then you guys decide on some place, and then you go for the movie. You have complete plan for your even for buying a movie or going for a movie. But for IELTS tests, I have seen only few students who have planned, but many of us, we do not plan IELTS test. So that's very important that you plan your test. So this video will help you with a kind of a rough plan. So if you like this plan, you can always go with it, and if you want to make some additions, or you, as per your convenience, you can always add few more points in there. Okay, so before that, I would also encourage you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel, so that as soon as we release any new videos, you get direct notifications in your inbox. Okay, and if you're interested even in PT academic test, so you can also subscribe, or you can go to direct video which is popping up on the screen: 6 steps to clear PT academic test. So we have a video ready for PT academic test. So if you guys are interested in PT academic test, you can watch this video. Just click on this screen, and the way you have this red box, just click on that, and that will take you to the video. So what are the 5 steps? So before we go ahead with steps, there's one important thing that we need to understand: is what is IELTS test. Okay, so hope you at least this is what you guys are aware of. IELTS have 2 modules: general and academic. So general is for the students who are planning to give IELTS for immigration purpose, and academic is mainly for students who want to study abroad. So as we all know, IELTS have 4 sections: listening, writing, reading, and speaking. So where listening, writing, and reading would be on the same day, speaking would be conducted separately, probably a week before or a week after, or maybe on the same day itself. So I will not be going through the complete pattern of the test. So that's your responsibility. You need to just go and check what's the exam pattern, how many questions you'll receive in listening, writing, reading, and speaking. So you can find it on the IELTS website itself, and you have got many sample practice papers online. So you can just go through it and understand what's the pattern of IELTS test. So for the first step, so what's the first step in understanding clearing IELTS test is identifying your weak areas. So when it comes to identifying your weak areas, so you can take any practice test which are there online. If you have already booked for IELTS test, you will see a book. They might have sent you a book, a practice book which will have around 5 to 6 practice papers. So you can just try attempting those papers, and then it will help you identify your weak areas. So why we need to know our weak areas is that people may not be perfect in everything, right? So you may have some areas where you are strong at and some areas where you're not so strong. So spending more time on the strong areas is not a sensible approach. You need to spend more time on your weak areas. So the more time you spend on your weak areas, the more you will improve it. So you need to identify the areas where you are stronger and the areas where you are weak. So try to spend more time on your weak areas than strong areas. So that's the first step in identifying your weak areas. Next, find a mentor. So once you have identified your weak areas, what's the next step? You need to take some kind of help. So if you say that I'm the best person for myself to improve on my weak areas. So if you're going with that approach, to be frank, that's nothing but a overconfidence. So when it comes to exams like IELTS, where you have your career at stake, I would suggest not to take any risk. Don't leave any stones unturned. Take help from the mentor because they are experienced people and they can give you some inputs, some tips, or some kind of a trick which can help you boost your score. So because I've seen many students who are appearing for IELTS test again and again, they might have appeared for 3 to 4 times, but they are not ready to spend some amount on training. So just to save few bucks, you are putting your career at stake. So not I would suggest not to take such a risk and always go for some kind of training, at least a small training, because training will help you. You need to have some person, a experienced person, who can give you those feedbacks, because at times it happens that we may not be able to identify those gaps that are there in our practice or in our preparing. They will be able to identify. They'll tell you this is where you are going wrong and this is the reason why you are writing IELTS exam again and again. So it's always sensible approach to go for this trainings. So we also provide online training. So if you guys are interested in online training, so we conduct 3 weeks personal training where you'll be trained by a certified trainer from British Council. And we in this training you'll get personal assessment on your essay writing and personal assessment on your speaking, and we'll also provide you IELTS material for preparation. And in this training you'll get some kind of tips and tricks that will definitely help you boost your score. So if you're interested in registering for this training, you can just click on this. Also we have the same links given below in our description, so you can directly go there and check out few more information that's available on our website. So once you have identified your weak areas, you found a mentor for yourself, what's the next step? Next step is practice. It's time for action. So one means when you go to a training, the trainer will give you some tips. Okay, now those tips are of no use unless you practice it. You need to implement that in your practice. So the more you practice, the more you will inculcate those tips in yourself. So that's how you improve your skills. So I have seen many students who comes to me just a week before the test, and they say I need to score 7 bands in IELTS in 1 week. They say that just give me some very quick tips which will help me get 7 bands. I'll say I'll give my tips, but the problem here is you will not have any time for practicing. So my tips will not be of any help to you, because unless you practice it, those tips are just useless. So ensure that you are spending around minimum of 2 hours a day and try to practice one practice paper. So if you go online, go on Google, and you have enough practice tests available online. So just try to target one practice test per day. So that way it will be easy for you to identify your weak areas, where exactly you're improving, and if you're not improving on some areas, you can go back to your trainer, ask her that yeah, this is the area I'm trying, I'm practicing, but still it's not helping me. So that's how you should be planning. Okay, getting trained by the trainer and simultaneously practicing. It's not like you wait for the training to finish and then you start practicing. you should practice as and when you're taking the training at the same time. So that will give you an opportunity to discuss that with your trainer and get all your doubts clarified. After, so we have one service with us, that's IELTS essay assessment. So if you're struggling, because I've seen a lot of students, they are able to score in listening, writing, listening, speaking, and reading, but they are not unable to score in writing. So we provide this service where we will assess your essays and will give you suggestions as to where exactly you're going wrong and how you should have written and what's your estimated score based on your current essays. So we'll provide that personal assessment. We also we'll be giving you email support, a very quick feedback on your essays, and a writing e-course that will help you with the tips to score to improve your writing skills. So if you're interested in this service, you can just directly click on this or go to the link given in the description below. So once you have done your practice, what's your next step? Target. So what do I mean by targeting your score? So it's always advisable to practice for not your target score, but a score higher than your target score. For example, if your target score is between 4 to 5 bands, aim for or practice for 6 bands. Target that you should get 6 bands at any cost. And if you're planning for 5 to 6 bands, then aim for 7 bands. The reason being, if say for example during the exam, if something happens or some surprise comes in front of you, then if you have already prepared only for with an aim of 5 to 6 bands, then your score will drop and it will go to 4 bands, and that's where you're writing again and again. But if you have already aimed for 7 bands and you have practiced to get 7 bands, and in case of any surprises, the maximum compromise that you have to do is for one band, and that will bring down to your target score, that is 6 bands. So always increase your target score by 1 band. That way you avoid all risks that can come during the exam. Okay, so ensure that you're targeting your score with 1 band higher than your target score. So once you have done your target score, next is your test day. So on the test day, it's my personal recommendation. I always recommend to my students that don't do anything on the test day. Relax. And not even on the test day, 1 day prior to the test day, just relax. If you want to go through your notes, you can go through it 1 day before. That's maybe in the morning, and after 12 o'clock, just give up on your books. That's it. You just have to relax. You have practiced enough. Now just go for the test and give your best. That's it. Don't spend more time, because if you keep revising even on the test day, that will increase your nervousness. So, and it will also increase your stress levels. So if you are on the day of your exam, if you are in stress, then you will not be able to perform better. So it's very important that you keep yourself calm on the test day. For that, don't think about the test and just motivate yourself that you have prepared enough and you are going to get your score. So go with the positive mindset, not with the negative mindset that what if this happens, what if that happens. That will only increase your stress. So try everything to avoid your stress levels. Okay. So this were your 5 steps that will help you score, get your target score in the IELTS. So if you are interested in IELTS online training or IELTS assessment, you can always go for that. You'll see, you can directly click on this links that are popping up on the screen, or you can directly go to a description for the links. And if you have any queries, you can always contact us at contact@expertscafe.com. We'll be more than happy to provide you. If this video was helpful, please like it and share it with your friends. You can also post your comments below or suggestions, and I'll ensure that I'm replying back to your comments. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive direct notifications as soon as we release our videos. So until then, stay tuned and all the best for your exams.